Health is the foundation. We can aspire for anything, but if health is not there, health is taken for granted. The body is taken for granted so much. But if health is not there, then everything else doesn't exist at all. One might say that. Many body diseases are happening because we interfere into the body's natural working, the so-called lifestyle disorders. And then how meditation can help heal the body, heal the mind, so that we get the vigor and enthusiasm and energy and then radiant health to be able to back and participate in life fully. It's called increasing vitality and passion for life. And when we gain these two, that's health, energy, and memory, our various faculties of the mind, when they start getting improved, then we increase our passion. Things that we don't do anymore, thinking is because of the age, thinking of this, then we increase our passion for life. The physical vitality improves. So many, and then of course, the passion, the love for life will increase also when our consciousness expands more. When we elevate a body into heightened emotion and feeling, we can actually upregulate many genes and produce new protein in a way that it can go back and reconstruct, repair the body, reconstruct parts of the body. So many of us were able to heal our bodies insignificantly. Meditation, this simple meditation, is helping us recover our perfect health. I use the word recover the health, not gain the health. It is there. Health was there for us. It is just that we've been interfering into our body system. So primarily, many doctors are saying that it is because of the stress. A lot of that health challenges are because of stress. And if more than 90 or 90% are due to these lifestyle disorders or the stress, what is stress? Our moods and our temperaments due to our past memories, due to the events that are in the life that are happening, which are either frustrating, which are worrisome, which are causing anxiety, which are feeling as grief because of loss of either a person or a business or entity, whatever that we really love most. And when an event happens, and then we continue to feel it, relive it again and again and again, then we're living off of our past memories which we do not like, and then we are living off in these various modes. This alone, whether it is anger, whether it's frustration, whether it's any of those emotions where you feel lack of control, you feel lack of health, you feel lack of support, you feel inadequate, any of those causing us to relive experience that happened with our interaction that happened in our life with people, and all of that when relive, that is causing stress in the body, stresses. Now what happens with the stresses? This is causing a lot of release of chemicals into the bloodstreams. Adrenal, there is one chemical called cortisol, which is one of the many, but then tremendously acting, keeping us with a heightened awareness that it won't let us sleep. And with these stressors, there are a lot of chemicals that are dumped into the body. We can't sleep. We can't digest stuff that we eat. We can't do many things. Our decision making becomes poor. Our immunity impairment is happening because not even letting our heart function well. That heart brain, that the neural networks in the heart, about those 40,000 neural networks, they all get disengaged with the brain. When a heart is not beating well, and then as you have, and then you're living an emotion again and again, and then every time you relive an emotion of, let's say you had a serious argument with your boss over something. When that happens, and our body goes into this heightened emotion, and then suddenly our amygdala, this is there in this second brain, the amygdala is an emotion center, feeling center, is saying, okay, so my master is trying to feel, want to get angry, so I need to exhibit certain behavior in our body, so in my body, and then it sends out certain neuropeptides to go and then produce some chemical into the body. That's how this cortisol, along with the cortisol, this science says that up to 1,200 different types of chemicals get dumped into our body with all those moods and temperaments. When we have a loss in the family and then we grieve over it and over it and over it, and all that moods that we carry on for weeks and weeks, or we relive, the stat says that we relive an experience that is positive or negative 50% more. When we relive, when we talk about it, we relive 50% more. That means if you fought with your manager, if you had only used two dialogues, the next time when you tell your friend about it, you're using a third dialogue, you're adding a third dialogue, because you feel good that you feel that, okay, you magnified it more, and made you point your friend, made you point your spouse about that fight. We relive more. That means we are experiencing more of it in a negative way. And when we do this, friends, when you have these emotions, then those such emotions are also causing, they're called the stressors, they're also causing a body to go into this fight or flight mode. That means it is actually going and then dumping all those 1200 chemicals, a ton of this cortisol. As a result, we are doing what? When we are continuing, and then because you're reliving, what's happening? 95% of the time, we are in the redundant thoughts and the 80% negative. That's a stat. If 80% are negative and anxious, worrisome, fearful, and if they're all are continuously keeping a body in and fight or flight mode, that means in a stressful mode all the time, which means you understand now it is actually dumping those chemicals and impairing the functioning of various systems, digestive system. First thing that happens for people who are stressful: heartburns, indigestion, constipations, because the digestive system doesn't work well. Very common, isn't it? Our decision making becomes so poor because cognitive brain is shut off. Again, what is shut off means less blood there and more blood into legs and hands. Less blood here, so less functioning of it. And so the cognitive is becomes the decision making becomes poor, and as a result, we make sillier mistakes. Whenever we are in a crisis, whenever a stressful situation, people make 2 out of 5 mistakes are made when they're crisis. So people make silly things, silly mistakes are made naturally, right? Because we're not, cognitive is not working well. Decision making is very, very poor. Judgment is very, very poor. So stress is, and when we are reliving these past memories again and again, not recognizing it, dear friends, and then moving the body into an emergency mode, and as a result, constantly keeping it in a fight or flight mode, and as a result, constantly have interfering into the body's functioning. Most of the systems are shut down. So meditation, when we regularly meditate, there's that emptying our mind. And something more beautiful happening when you're becoming totally empty and experiencing this emptiness and energy field, then we start receiving information frequency, which is essentially allowing us to start understanding.